Hello, everyone. My name is Houston Howard, and I'm going to tell you a little story as to why I left film school. I went to film school for about a year, and I had a horrible time. Um, when I first got there, the film school I went to, Biola Film School, they did like a catering thing, and I went up to one of my professors at this catering deal. Well, he was one of the professors. He was not my professor. And he asked me like, "Hey, what do you do? What's your major?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm a directing major." And he said, "Aha, you and everybody else." And I was like, "Yeah, that's true. That's true." And well, that got me thinking. Am I just gonna be like everybody else? I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be my own unique person, right? I want to be idiosyncratic, and I want to have a personality, and I don't want to be a stick in the mud. I don't want to be a machine or a copy of anybody. But the thing that got me out of film school, one moment that I think it all boils down to, was I was acting on a film set, a freshman film set. It was a film set where nobody knew what movie they were making. and like I said, I was just acting. I was just acting in it because people had seen me act in like a school play the semester before, and this is the spring semester, so they're like, "Hey, you should act in my thing." Everyone was asking me to act in a bunch of stuff. And, I needed something to do. My roommate had just left me that semester in the dorm, so I had the dorm all to myself. I didn't really go out much, so I had a bunch of free time, and so I was just like, "Sure, let me act in your thing. I'll act in your thing. I don't need to get paid. Just give me food and a ride to the location where we're filming." And this place, it was at a beach house at night. And so I'm waiting on a couch as these freshmen are getting their shot ready. And I have nothing really to do. And so as I'm waiting for excruciatingly long time, like super long time. We were there for hours beforehand, and we had to wait till it got dark outside to start filming. I just start texting people back in my hometown. And, well, I'm texting one person in particular, and then I had like a serious panic attack. And I was like, in this beach house, there was like a mirrored wall off to the left of me. And so I look into this wall, and I just realized I hate looking at myself too. So I had to go outside. I went out to this like little walkway area between the beach house we were filming at and another beach house right next door. And I was leaning on this wooden fence, and I was just having to catch a breather. And then for the freshman director, he came outside and he was like, "Hey, you good?" And I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And I knew in that moment, like, I gotta get out. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. And so that's what convinced me to leave film school. I was just absolutely miserable. I like to tell people that, I was asking myself, "Houston, will you be happy with the degree you'll have in 4 years?" I think I would have been fine with having the degree I would have had in 4 years, but the problem, I just realized I'm not using like the full frame. I want to use the full frame. But the problem is, I was just plain miserable doing film school, man. And probably another thing that convinced me to quit film school was I didn't like a whole lot of my professors. I had like three really good professors, and I loved those professors. Those guys are really cool. But most of them, not pleasant people. So, another thing that really convinced me to leave film school was the ignorance of people. And, well, okay, I don't want to be absolute, but there was one guy in another film set I was acting on, and I was waiting around, as you do on a freshman film set when no one gets anything done, so you're just waiting, and you're sitting around. And there was this guy sitting across from me on this couch, and I was like, hey, how's your day been? And he was like, oh, my day's been all right. How's your day been? And I was like, oh, yeah, my day's been really cool, the conversation, it's lighthearted, not a whole lot of important talk. And then he looks at me and he says, hey, what's your favorite movie? And I said, oh, my favorite movie is John Ford's Stagecoach. I know that's a little bit basic, but, I'm still watching more and more movies all the time, and yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah. I don't really like watching movies. I think that's boring. I really like making movies instead. What? Well, yeah, I like making movies more. I don't like watching them. So after that conversation, I was fully convinced that most film students were like that. I'm aware that people have like full histories and personalities, but when people, that person was insufferable. Oh my God. I had to get away from that guy after that conversation. I don't know if all film students are like that. I knew that guy was like that, and I knew young people can be stupid. So I figured to get out of the most stupid place on earth, film school. How I got into film school is a really funny story. I really like movies. I still watch movies a whole bunch. I'm about to go watch a movie right now, and it's going to be really fun. I should watch it with people. I should watch it with my friends. I don't because, well, who wants to watch a bunch of old movies with me? So yeah. I just had to get out of there. Didn't like it too much. And I'm not saying like, oh, leave film school, it's not good. But it's college overall has been a very sour experience. It's not what it was made out to be, at least for me. I haven't had a whole lot of fun. People say college is going to be the best time of your life. That's a lie. Life is unfair, and college is unfair, and you get what you want, and sometimes you don't. The words of the Rolling Stone, you can't always get what you want, but you can try sometime. You might find you get what you need. Well, I got what I needed. I got maturity. I got nuance. Now, I can't make money with nuance or maturity, but I do know how to make a great background. Oh my God. So, film school, not great in my experience. And the reason why I got into film school was because I liked movies and because my college professor said I should. No, not my college professor. My college counselor said, hey, there's this one film school that I think you'd like. It's called Biola. And I just sort of ran with that for like my junior and senior year of high school. I was like, yeah, Biola, woo. Well, no. Bad idea. And yeah, I guess I do kind of regret wasting a whole year of my life. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. With anything at this point. So it's oh, we can carry on and we can keep pushing forward, as they say. Freaking dope, man. Freaking dope.